right, man, Culture Talk. You know what it is, man. Get to it. Hey, how y'all doing? All right, man. So look, today's episode, I want to do a little bit of talking on this one because I think this is I think this is a pretty fascinating thing to discuss. Um Artist versus the machine. In this particular case, we're gonna talk about that. So before I get into this, you know I gotta get a spill. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing if you're new here. Let me work for your subscriptions today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know to find the ones that just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, link is in the description. Cash App, no more PayPal. They call me the Hidden Gem. From 1,300 subscribers to over 13, 14, 15, 16,000. And yes, I am the King of the North. Let me know what kingdom you from. Also, too, this Sunday will be a battle rap event on this page. If you like battle rap, it will be live for the first time. I'm going live. And yes, you can see me versus J Dev. All right, so look, let's get to it because this is going to be a pretty interesting episode. So let's go. All right, so we're going to start here, right? Let's start here. We're going to give a quick synopsis of what happened, the timeline, real quick. And then I'm going to ask y'all some questions that I want y'all to answer in the comments and tell me what y'all think, right? This is a think piece. So these two guys on the far right and the far left been going at it for a long time. We talking about 10 years. Lucian Grains is the guy in the middle. Now, whether he was a part of this or they was all a part of this, who knows? But on the surface, you probably wouldn't think he was. But for Kendrick and Drake, or Drake and Kendrick, they've been the top rappers of this generation. These two guys have been I would say having a silent war for a long time, right? First person shooter comes after all these years, after the petty squabbles, I would say. Because I'm going to say all the battles before this that they had, the words that they had for each other was petty squabbles. It was just like, just petty. First person shooter comes. J. Cole, Drake basically denounces Kendrick in a way. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of played Kendrick because he said they arguing about who the top three. Is it K. Aubrey or me? But not right now, and I feel like Muhammad Ali. So basically saying I'm the best out of these three. And then Drake says it's only two, and I'm two or something like that, and I'm the two, and it's you and him. Basically saying talking about him and J. Cole is no three, right? A couple of weeks later, Like That comes. Kendrick Lamar drops Like That, where he declares that he is not a part of no big three. It's all about him. I don't care about you or him. It's about me. It's about big me. And then from there, we had the greatest battle that ever took place in hip hop history. So we think, because what's going on now is actually making it turn out to be one of the worst battles in hip hop history. And I'm going to explain that in a second on one person's part, actually. So fast forward. So we get to, we pass all that. So now we get to Lucian Grains. Lucian Grains has both of these guys. And I would say, I'm not going to say working for him. I'm going to say that he's entertaining both of them. Let's just say he's the guy on the throne and you have two swordsmen fighting in front of the king. Let's just put it like that. I don't want to put it like that, but let's just put it like that, right? Just so happens one of the swordsmen gets his throat cut, but he survives. He almost dies, right? And the king nods to the guy who did it, which would be Kendrick. Kendrick walks away with the victory. Now you have this guy. He comes back, and now he's upset because he felt as though the king put more backing and more oomph he was cheering more for the other guy, right? And so let's get to where I'm standing at now with this whole thing. This is the artist versus the machine. The machine would be Lucian Grainz. The artist would be Drake, right? Who's right in this situation? Because we're going to speak from two different sides, right? We're going to speak from the machine side, and we're going to speak from the artist side. So right now, let's speak from Drake's side. Drake's claim is that UMG funded Kendrick to defame him. He feels as though that UMG did whatever they could to take him down. Now, we don't know about Drake's contract. I wish people stopped saying that. No one knows whether he was doing this for a contract. He never said that. I never seen him say that. So we can't use that. Only thing we can use is this, what he's been saying. So Drake's saying that he's been defamed by Kendrick Lamar and UMG helped him destroy destroy him as a man and his perception in the public eye. Now he looks like a PDF or whatever, right? So Drake's argument is, since you defamed me and since you are, coming at my character and you're helping him, I want to change the music industry because I don't think that the music industry should be allowed to let people talk about other people in a way where they can actually destroy their lives. The freedom of speech thing, I don't think it applies in Canada, but here, let's say we hear Drake's whole thing now is, well, I don't care about none of that. The only thing I'm saying to y'all is they helped him defame me. I was on top and now I'm not because of y'all. Because y'all let these things happen. Everybody, y'all pushed the envelope with him. Y'all let him say these lyrics. Y'all didn't sanction him. Y'all didn't stop him. Y'all didn't do none of this. So I think that y'all should pay for this. And by y'all paying, I want to see exactly what happened. And if this all happened, if y'all actually did help him take me down, I want to change the whole way that battle rap and the way people look at battles in hip hop. I want to change that. That's Drake's position. I want to tear down the system because the system went against me. And I'm not saying that to be smart. I'm just saying this is what he's saying. The system turned on me or went against me, so I want to tear down the system. I want to destroy the whole thing and start over. I want to make it, as he said, make it comfortable to work in that building. That's what he said. So he basically wants to be in a power position, right? This is Drake's position. He's not suing Kendrick Lamar directly. He's suing the record labels because he's saying the record labels were the ones who put Kendrick Lamar in this position to defame him, to tear him down. It's basically what he's saying. The machine. Now, the machine is saying, well, you participated in these things before. We helped you. The machine is saying, we're not trying to stop anyone from saying anything because it's all artist expression. This is actually what the machine is saying. Now, I know a lot of y'all hate the machine, and I know a lot of y'all saying, well, the machine is doing it for profit. But you have to ask yourself, there is a gift and a curse that comes with everything when you're dealing with this type of stuff. Correct? You have to ask yourself that. So if the machine is saying, we're trying to protect free speech and everybody that can actually say whatever they can say, showing off their artist expression, we should be okay with that. Right? This is what the machine is saying. Exactly what the machine is saying. The machine is saying, well, if we allow this guy, this artist, this one artist to take the machine down or recalibrate or reorganize the machine, what happens? Now, the artists, all of the artists are affected by this. Whether you're saying that it's through money or whether you're saying that it's through whatever. All of the artists are affected now because guess what? The machine still has to protect itself because no matter how much y'all hate the machine employs all of these people. So this one artist tearing down the machine to do what? For who? Because now all of the artists that actually has an issue with another artist and they want to resolve it on wax, it's very difficult to do that now because what? This artist here lost and now he wants to change it to the point where you can't say certain derogatory things in a record because people like this artist will sue the machine. Right? Right. Y'all following me? Okay. So essentially, this becomes Drake versus Lucian, or the artist versus the machine. Who are y'all siding with? Because if you're siding with Drake, you're siding with the artist, but you're also siding with the artist who's potentially going to destroy the hip hop industry as far as battling, or not even battling, as far as aggressive hip hop, hardcore, whatever. If you're siding with him and he wins this, that means that it will actually change. And now everybody has to be policed on what they say to each other, because I might say something and it might not even be a derogatory term. It might just be a punchline or a double entendre. And now you're suing a record label because the record label allowed me to say this. And you say, well, why? I could say, excuse me. I could say, yeah, that person is dead. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he gay too. You know what I'm saying? And you'd be like, oh my God, he called me gay, right? And now they try to get me for trying to defame him or whatever you want to call it, right? But I was actually saying he's gay as in being happy. And he took it out of context. This is what it is. So when you siding with this guy, you're siding with him, and people can take a lot of things out of context. And now they can sue the machine. Now I know a lot of y'all saying, well, who cares? The machine has unlimited money. Who cares? It's not about the machine. It's about the ideology that's about to be transformed into something that he wants it to be. He wants it to be his way. And this I'm not being biased. I'm not saying anything. I'm telling y'all the straight up truth of what's going on. Because a lot of people might think that, oh, you're just being biased because you don't like Drake. I'm giving y'all the straight up honest truth about the machine versus the artist in this situation. Because if there was another artist versus the machine and they were going after the machine for something else, I would be like, okay. But since it's in the context of I lost a battle and now I feel as though that you have to compensate me because this guy was a little too harsh on me in those verses, that is a problem. I don't understand why people don't understand this. That's a problem. So the machine says, you started it. Everything you did, we did for you. How can you come after us now when you benefited from everything we did for you against other opponents? You did the same exact thing. You talked about people's girlfriends, their wives. You talked about people with domestic violence. You talked about assault. You talked about everything. Put children on other people that wasn't theirs. And we did nothing but promote you. And you did this throughout the years. This is what the machine is saying to Drake. The same machine that you used against people, now when they figure out that they could use that same machine against you, now you want to destroy the machine. Now you want to take it out. And you ain't going to destroy the machine. You're going to destroy the component, one of the components of the machine that help get you out of here. So that's what you want to destroy. You don't really want to destroy the machine because you can't do that. It's too many genres, too much music. You can't destroy the machine, but you can destroy a piece of the machine that actually helped you throughout the years, that gave you the ability to attack people. That's what you're looking to destroy, which is unbelievable to me. So here we are. Whose side you on? Because you got to ask yourself, is the machine fighting for freedom of speech, or is the machine fighting to preserve the right to keep making money the way they've been making money? Or is the artist fighting for his career and saying that his career is more important than the art itself? Is that the case? What side are you on? It's okay to say you're on the side of the machine. And the reason why is because the machine is what it is. It's nothing more, nothing less. Either you use it to your advantage or you don't use it to your advantage. And in this case, Kendrick Lamar used the machine to his advantage. And guess what? The machine is okay with it. You know why? Because the machine only cares about the money. That's it. The machine goes wherever the artist steers that is making the money. Because guess what? If Drake was on the other side of this and he was the victor, guess who would be promoting Drake? Yes, the machine. The machine would be promoting Drake. So this is why I say you have to choose your side, because if you choose Drake, you're siding with the artist, but it's all an illusion, in my opinion, because he's not doing it for the artist. He's doing it for himself because he felt as though he's been defamed. A lot of this stuff been destroyed. He's been destroyed. His career has been severely damaged. He feels like he's been through this. And the machine, if you side with the machine, then ultimately you're siding with free speech, because at the end of the day, the machine is not trying to block you from saying whatever you want to say. In some cases, they have to, but ultimately, overall, the machine allows you to say whatever you want to say. And guess what? The machine suffers the consequences of it, if you think about it. Because if something was to happen, maybe it may happen, people will blame the machine. Now, the machine might say it ain't my fault that you took it out of context. But then you have to ask yourself, are you okay with the machine policing what you say? So the machine should control what y'all say. I'll give y'all a perfect example, right? We all complain about certain things. Let's just say we complain about the word nigga, right? The machine allows you to say the word nigga, right? The machine allows that. But if something was to happen, we can't blame the machine, because guess what? We shouldn't be saying it anyway. Because people would say, well, the machine allowed you to say that. So you're basically saying that the machine should tell you what you can and can't say. This is why I say you have to be real careful about saying you don't support the machine. Because if you don't, and the machine said, hey, you know what? Everybody that come inside of this place, inside of the machine headquarters, everybody that come in here, you can't say this, you can't say that. If you say this and say that, you're fired. And you know what y'all would say? Oh, they're controlling how you talk. So what does the machine supposed to do besides sit back and let things happen the way they're supposed to happen? This is why I say Drake is wrong. Because ultimately, everything that the machine has been doing for Kendrick, they've been doing for Drake for years. They never stopped him from saying certain derogatory things to people. He ruined some people's lives. He ruined Meek Mill's career. They didn't stop him. They supported it. And you know what I mean by support? I don't mean by they actually went out and supported it. No, they promoted it the same way they promoted, not like us, the same way they promoted Meek Mill's diss, same way they promoted Pusha T's diss, the story of Adidon. They went and promoted all that because the machine is like, well, it's all fair in love and war. It's opportunity for everybody. So if you think about it, if you are against the machine, then you are asking for the machine to censor you. That's what you're asking for. You are asking for the machine to censor you. But then you'll say, well, I don't want to be censored. Then you can't be against the machine. The machine is in a position where they don't have a say on what is said, what is done, unless it's detrimental to the machine, which Drake is trying to do. He's not trying to destroy the whole thing. He's trying to destroy hip hop in its purest form because he wants it to conform to how he wanted. And the reason why I say that is because when he was doing it, the machine didn't have any problem with it because he was using that same machine to go against Meek Mill. Y'all telling me that he didn't destroy Meek Mill's career and the machine helped him? When I mean by help, I mean they didn't do anything. They allowed it. So you have to pick a side. Are you standing with this guy who is literally trying to destroy hip hop as we know it? Because ultimately, if Drake succeeds, that's what would happen. I know a lot of y'all probably like, no, it won't. Think about it, right? Now, the machine has to police everything every artist says that is in hip hop. And we already have restraints. They created the whole symbol. What's that? Viewer discretion is advised, or all of that. Explicit lyrics, explicit content. They created that because of hip hop and all of these other things. They're just solely because of hip hop. But still in all, they created that, right? The rated R and all of that, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Explicit content on this CD. They created that for that. So people were warned about it, but they still didn't stop you from saying it. They literally let you say certain things that, in my opinion, shouldn't be said, but they allow you to say it. I don't think that no one should say nigger on song, but guess what? It's there. They didn't stop it. Same thing with COP killers. I don't want to say that, but you know what I'm saying. I'm a COP killer. Like I don't agree with cops with cops on things, but I don't want people to go around just killing cops. But they allowed people to say that. So now what happens? What happens now? Drake wins. The The side of the machine of hip hop has changed forever. And now everything is conformed to how he wanted. And guess what? He would probably still be out here trying to diss people. This is what we call the ultimate sore loser. Ultimate. When you think about it, this is the ultimate sore loser because he's the type of person that you remember. You ever seen what movie was that? White Men Can't Jump, right? Remember White Men Can't Jump? I know a lot of y'all probably didn't see it. Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson, right? And it was a scene where the dude lost the game. And you know what he did? He went to his car and came back and tried to shoot everybody. There's a couple of basketball movies like that where they actually came back and shot and killed somebody because they lost the game. That's him. That's Drake. Or he's the type that might not go get the gun. He just take his ball and go home. I don't want to play no more. Y'all can sit here and just pretend like y'all dunking the basketball. You know what I mean? Dunk a 25-cent juice container. Dunk that. That's what he would be saying. So, but whose side you on? Are you on the machine side or are you on the artist side? Because this is very important. A lot of y'all hate the machine, but you got to ask yourself, if the machine was in total control, probably wouldn't be no hip hop. And what Drake is doing is he might think that he's doing something for him, but he's giving the machine access to censor everybody. Do y'all want that? I don't think so. Thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all for being with me. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. Sound like I said Whitney. I'm here. I'm loving that y'all here with me all the time. I mean, I got a lot of episodes coming up. You know what I'm saying? This is actually going to be the thumbnail for this. So I previewed it. Y'all like that. So look, man, I'm out of here. See y'all. Peace. Bye.